Welcome to the self-guided course on installing and configuring TableMaster Quartz software. In this course, you will learn how to install software and configure Argos. You will learn to configure the master terminal for TMQ. You will also learn how to configure terminals 2 through 4 and the dealer display. These diagrams will guide you in setting up a network for a single table or multiple tables. A TMQ back-to-back is not networked together with a third switch unless it will be set up for a progressive. See the progressive section of this course for these details. Complete the following steps to prepare each Quartz terminal to run Argos. Unlock and open the main door. Power the terminal off at the power switch. Gently insert the installer USB drive in a USB 3.0 port. Power the terminal on. The installer application runs and available options display on the screen. Select Factory Reset. Select Yes to proceed. The reset initiates. After the reset finishes, a completion message displays. Gently insert the software USB drive in an available USB 3.0 port on the CPU. The installer application runs. Available options will display on the screen. Verify that all of the required software items are selected. Select Install. On the second screen, select Install. The software installs. After the installation completes, a completion message displays. Power the terminal off. Now remove the installer USB and the software USB. Close and lock the CPU. Power the terminal on. You will repeat this process for all terminals. You are now ready to configure TableMaster Quartz for a non-progressive setup. Instructions on configuring a progressive are provided in the final section of this course. A TableMaster Quartz setup consists of a bank of 5 Quartz cabinets or player terminals arranged around an integrated platform. In every setup, the first terminal in the bank must be set as the master terminal, which establishes the pay tables, bet limits, theme options, and more. Terminal 5 must be set as the dealer display. Begin with terminal number 1, which will be the terminal far right from the player's perspective. Using the main door key, unlock the main door switch. Push down on the switch to open the main door. Insert the attendant key into the lock switch on the right-hand side of the player terminal. Turn the attendant key clockwise. Return the attendant key to the neutral position. The locale setup page displays. Complete the setup process detailed in the latest Argos user guide. Tap General Setup, Paytable Setup, Fusion ETS. On the PT config page, tap the Grand Master switch to the on position. In the terminal ID field, type 1. Now tap Save and Continue. Note, the player terminal must use the same date and time settings as the progressive server. The Add a Table page displays. Tap the Game drop-down list. Select the desired game to play. Tap Add. The Paytable configuration page will display. Currently, the Quartz must have only one custom table configuration. Tap the Blackjack Paytable drop-down list. Select the desired Paytable option. In the Paytable Options section, type the desired minimum bet amount in credits in the Min Bet Limit Credits field. In the Max Bet Limit Credits field, type the desired maximum bet amount in credits. Note, the Paytable options available are determined by jurisdiction. For each side bet desired for the table, select a Paytable from the corresponding drop-down list. At this time, you would set up a progressive if that applies. Further information on configuring a progressive will be provided later in this course. These are the side bets presently available. Repeat setting the minimum bet amount and setting the maximum bet amount for each selected side bet Paytable. Then tap Continue. Note, the Blazing Sevens side bet cannot be configured when the Blazing Sevens progressive is selected. The Royal Match side bet cannot be configured when the Royal Match progressive is selected. The Game Options page displays. At least one dealer must be selected. To remove a dealer from the rotation, tap the image for the corresponding dealer in the Dealers section. If more than one dealer is enabled, type the number of minutes between dealer rotations in the Dealer Interval in Minutes field. By default, the Dealer Interval in Minutes field is set to 5-minute intervals. In the Games Until Bet Limits Change field, select the number of games which play before exempt terminals adjust to new bet limits. In the Chips Available drop-down list, select the desired chipsets for the table. Chipsets which exceed the configured maximum bet limit become unavailable. Additionally, up to 5 chip values may be selected simultaneously. Other options will appear here if you have configured for Progressive. To disable the Progressive Down Game feature, tap the Progressive Down Game Disabled switch to the On position. When this feature is disabled, the game will run when the Progressive server is offline. When the feature is enabled, the game will stop until the Progressive server is online. To utilize the No Win Highlights feature, tap the No Win Highlights switch to the On position, tap Continue. Note, all dealers are enabled by default. Tapping a dealer image removes the designated dealer from the rotation. The Add a Table page updates the Tables section. To return to the Paytable configuration page, tap the Table Configuration link. To return to the Game Options page, tap the Game Options link. To delete the table, tap Delete. This completes the non-progressive setup. Tap Save. Note, as a reminder, a table configuration must be set before the Table Master Quartz can be played. When deleting a configuration, immediately establish a new table. Terminals 2 through 4 require the terminal ID field to be adjusted, as well as the date, time, and time zone. Using the main door key, unlock the main door switch on Terminal 2. Push down on the switch to open the main door. Insert the attendant key into the lock switch on the right-hand side of the cabinet. Turn the attendant key clockwise, then return the attendant key to the neutral position. The locale setup page will display. Complete the setup process detailed in the newest Argos user guide. For progressive configuration, the player terminal must use the same date and time settings as the progressive server. Then the Paytable setup page will display. Click on Fusion ETS. Next, on the PT config page, type 2 in the terminal ID field, as this is Terminal 2. Tap Save and Continue. Repeat these steps for Terminals 3 and 4. At this point, you will install software. Review the software installation process in Section 1 of this course, titled Install Software, as needed. In every setup, the last terminal in the bank must be set as the dealer display. The dealer display terminal requires that the terminal ID field to be adjusted, as well as the date, time, and time zone. Using the main door key, unlock the main door switch on Terminal 5. Push down on the switch to open the main door. Insert the attendant key into the lock switch on the right-hand side. Turn the attendant key clockwise, then back to the neutral position. The locale setup page will display. Complete the setup process detailed in the newest Argos user guide. In a progressive configuration, make sure that the player terminal is set to the same date and time as the progressive server. Then the Paytable setup page will display. Click on Fusion ETS. Next, on the PT config page, toggle Dealer Display On and type 5 in the Terminal ID field, as the dealer terminal is Terminal 5. Tap Save and Continue. The end. Thank you for learning with us.